Returning to yourself, a reflective tarot spread for self-trust, healing, and reconnecting with your inner voice. Sometimes healing doesn't arrive as a breakthrough. Sometimes it arrives quietly, asking us to pause long enough to hear ourselves again. This week's reflection centers around a simple question. What part of myself is asking to be seen, heard, and honored right now? As I moved through this spread, a clear theme emerged. Honoring the version of ourselves that survived difficult seasons while making room for the person we are becoming. What needs acknowledgement? The Empress. Creation, nurturing, compassion, the mother. The Empress reminds us of the parts of ourselves that nurture, create, love, and bring life into the world. This card asks us to acknowledge our gentleness, our compassion, our ability to love without controlling or binding, our creativity, our sensuality, and for those who are parents, it asks us to recognize the care and devotion we give to our children every day. Too often, we focus on what still needs fixing and overlook what is already beautiful within us. We forget to recognize our resilience while tending to everyone else's needs. The truth asking to be acknowledged is this. You may be far more loving, compassionate, creative, and nurturing than you give yourself credit for. The Empress invites us to stop overlooking those qualities and allow them to be seen. What needs compassion? The Four of Wands. Completion, stability, celebration. The Four of Wands brought attention to the aftermath of cycles that have finally ended. Many of us have spent years navigating unhealthy relationships, difficult environments, painful experiences, or patterns that slowly chipped away at our self-worth. The card asks us to acknowledge something important. We made it through, perhaps not perfectly, perhaps not gracefully, but we did. Healing often asks us to have compassion not only for the wounds themselves, but for the person who had to carry them. Instead of judging ourselves for what we tolerated, what we didn't know, or how long it took to leave certain situations, we're being asked to offer ourselves understanding. You survived the season, you learned the lesson, you are still here, and that deserves grace. What needs the release? The Hermit. Solitude. The Hermit often represents introspection and self-discovery, but in this position, it revealed something different, a belief, a survival strategy. The idea that we must do everything alone. Many people learn independence through necessity. They become self-reliant because they had to be. But there are comes points when isolation stops being protection and starts becoming a prison. This card asks, what if healing isn't meant to happen alone anymore? What if support is safe? What if healthy friendships exist? What if community is part of the next chapter? The belief that we must carry everything by ourselves may be ready to be released. There is strength in solitude, but there is also strength in connection. What needs protection? Ten of Pentacles. Fulfillment, legacy, abundance. When people hear the word abundance, they often think of money. This card reminded me that abundance could take many forms. Peace is abundance, safety is abundance, healthy relationships are in abundance, a calm home is abundance. The ability to wake up and feel at peace with your life is abundance. The Ten of Pentacles asks us to protect the mindset and perspective that helped us create that peace. If you worked hard to break unhealthy cycles, heal old wounds, or shift your outlook on life, don't allow old patterns to pull you backward. Protect your peace, protect your progress, protect the version of yourself that worked so hard to get here. What needs nurturing? Ten of Swords. Healing after pain. The Ten of Swords points towards wounds that still require tenderness and care. Not every painful experience is fully healed simply because it is over. Some hurt leaves echoes. Some memories still need processing. Some chapters deserve more compassion than we have given them. This card encourages us to nourish the healing process itself, not by reliving old pain endlessly, but by allowing ourselves the space to move through it honestly. Healing isn't weakness, healing is work, and some parts of our story may still be asking for our attention before they can finally rest. What is ready to bloom? Five of Wands. Scattered energy becoming focus. At first glance, the Five of Wands can feel chaotic. Competing priorities, too many ideas, too many possibilities, too many directions to choose from. For many of us, this reflects a mind full of potential but lacking clarity. There may be countless opportunities, projects, goals, dreams, or plans calling for our attention. The message here isn't to do more, it's to focus. Instead of scattering our energy across 10 different paths, we're being asked to choose that one that aligns most closely with our values and goals. What is ready to bloom isn't another idea. It's clarity, it's commitment, it's focused action. The potential emerging now may reveal itself when we slow down long enough to hear our own inner guidance. So take that needed pause and reflect on what path to take. Final reflection. This spread feels like a gentle invitation back to ourselves, a reminder to acknowledge our strengths, to offer compassion to the parts of us that endure difficult seasons, to release isolation, to protect our peace, to nurture our healing, and to bring focus to what truly matters. As you move through this week, consider asking yourself, how can I honor myself more fully? Sometimes that answer isn't found in doing more. Sometimes it's found in recognizing how far you've already come. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.